Welcome to my channel, you guys. My name is Gabrielle, but you can call me the Moon Minister as well. And in today's video, we will be talking about the Aquarius full moon that's going to be at 6 degrees, you guys. This is going to be playing out on July the 29th. And this Aquarius full moon is going to usher in the Aquarius era, the dawn, the aging of Aquarius. And let me explain why. But first, full moons are a time of like harvesting, of recharging, of completions. Full moons are tied to new moons that have played out 6 months before. So you could definitely see themes that played out during the new moon, 6 months later come to a completion, a harvest, a recharge, or just playing out again during the full moon. 6 months ago in February, we had a solar eclipse new moon in Aquarius at 28 degrees. And now we're at a time period 6 months from now where we have a full moon that rings from that. This not only ushers in the age of Aquarius because that we had the eclipses and we'll continue to have eclipses in Aquarius, but also the south node is ticking back from Pisces 0 degrees into Aquarius 29 degrees, very close to where that new moon was. So this is going to usher in for the next 2 years Aquarian-like themes. So what does this mean for our world, especially since the full moon? We'll definitely see themes throughout the 2 years, throughout the eclipse seasons of based off this full moon. So the 6th degree is a Virgo degree of work, service, health, exercise, routine, schedules, routes, all these type of themes, sacred duty as well. And then when you couple it with a full moon in Aquarius, we could definitely be seeing themes of like rebelling, the unexpected happening, things you can't even believe, can't even fathom, don't even understand, completely being shocked. Especially like things in our daily life shocking us, daily people that we see every day shocking us, our routines, changes in our routine, feeling liberated from a routine that's made us feel stuck. Shocks that changes up our schedules, our services, that our jobs, the healthcare system could be definitely changing, or there could be like a liberation within the system. People could be changing up like their duty, the services that they do, how they do their services, changes in like the workplace where like the boss or say like they raise minimum wage, like that type of thing could definitely be playing out during this time. People just feeling more liberated and wanting to rebel if they don't. Revolution for sure. This is some type of beginning of a revolution that is playing out that will bring more sovereign to the people. People will definitely within the next 2 years be going off grid. They'll be homesteading. They'll be traveling more, or like not living in like traditional homes. Some people may be homeless. Some people may like have an RV and maybe they don't travel, they just live in that RV somewhere, or they live in a trailer somewhere, and that becomes more common. Or tiny homes, the things that are alternative could definitely be becoming more common, especially like things like astrology. Astrology is ruled by Aquarius energy. Astrology could definitely become a part of the daily routine of the collective, especially since we are made of stardust. We should all be paying attention to the stars. It is where our afterlife is located, and we all go back to the afterlife. We all, like, nobody lives forever. We all go to the afterlife. So we should all be paying attention to the stars. We should be working hand in hand with the stars, like we should be working hand in hand with nature, but also like we should be working hand in hand with ourselves. And I feel like this full moon is like the combination of things that fall down and align us to those things where we connect with each other, we connect with nature, we connect with stars, all of that. This is definitely a time where like there could be changes in pets, people advocating for pets, service animals. The 6th degree rules animals. So like there could definitely be some form of like liberation where animals get a certain level of rights, and that is a form, a way of how humans are connecting with nature more by giving animals or things of nature their own rights, just like we would give a human. Definitely a time of mass enlightenment. We could definitely see where people are like, you know, seeing something that enlightens everyone, that makes them realize that, you know, we're all a part of this grand big world. Definitely themes around aliens, whether it's illegal aliens or like actual out of earth type of aliens. Themes coming up around, and our government has already exposed the fact that aliens are real, and we know that if we follow science and we follow outer space and NASA, and also if we follow a lot of spiritual beliefs, a lot of African religions, you could kind of get the gist that there are beings that reside outside of our universe that can pass through certain ferments because they are enlightened enough, are knowledgeable enough, and maybe that's happened in certain times, certain periods. Who knows if that's something that could play out during that time. But there will definitely be a collective of like things that are outside of this world that people cannot believe that are playing out. Themes around like electricity, around studying, around discovery, around intelligence, scientists. Definitely hear something about scientists or pilots, aviation, flying. Definitely could be changes in people's like routes when it comes to flying, or like say you're traveling somewhere and there's just something that unexpectedly happened. You have a change in route or route. That definitely is going to be a big thing that's playing out during that time. A lot of people could be like networking, forming their own groups, their own covens, their own organizations. Especially this energy rules people getting organized in groups, and especially like revolutionary type of groups, or groups that make change, or groups that like your local community groups getting together and scheduling meetings and whatnot, the things that they could do to make their city or their people better. Definitely changes in the tech industry and AI, since AI is ruled by Aquarian energy, in NASA and space, astrology, things that are alternative, clubs, gangs, even new gangs could be forming from this, from something that's been playing out for the past 6 months. People receiving rewards or achieving their goals. An absolute unbelievable transformation, especially since this full moon is going to conjunct the planet Pluto in Aquarius at 4 degrees. It's a homeland degree, it's a Cancer degree. So, and especially since this conjunction is going to be forming like a mini trine to Uranus, which is the ruler of Aquarius. So it's going to be a favorable trine to Uranus and Gemini at 4 degrees. Completing the trine is Neptune retrograding in Aries at 4 degrees. And also, if I didn't mention before, Pluto is still retrograding at 4 degrees. So Neptune is also retrograding in Aries at 4 degrees. The 4 degree, like I said, is a Cancer degree. It's themes of home tied into work at the same time. So in our routines, land. So it's definitely a time, since Uranus is the head ruler of all these things that are unbelievable, in aviation and change and liberation, all these things. We're tying it into Neptune, the hidden, the seen, the fantasy being turned into reality, or being transformed into reality. Unbelievable things that we can only dream of being turned unexpectedly, things that we think of unexpectedly being turned into our reality, into our day to day. So if we as a collective have been dreaming of a better world for us all, we could definitely be seeing themes where like we get the opportunities to really take a hold of that world that we want. Now that we've gone over the energy of this full moon, let's get into who's going to be most affected. And of course, that is going to be our fixed signs that are Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. Especially if you have that between 6 to 9 degrees. I'm sorry, if you have that at 3 to 9 degrees, because it's at the 6th degree. If you have it at 3 to 9 degrees, you are heavily impacted by this full moon. It's basically about you. Aquarius will be experiencing this right on. Leos within that degree range will be experiencing oppositions that could arise for them to overcome something, or a head-on opponent. And Taurus and Scorpios will be experiencing a square. So this could be challenges that arise that they may have to overcome. If you have any placement at the 6th degree, you are also heavily impacted by this. So whatever, zodiac sign, if it's something at the 6th degree, you're going to be feeling it in whatever house that 6th degree is in. Another set of people who are going to be impacted by this full moon are the Libras and Geminis, especially if you have any placements between 3 to 9 degrees in Libra and Gemini. Those placements are going to be impacted in a trine, so it's easy, favorable energy. You don't have to do anything. It's just blessings being handed to you. And then, last but not least, we have the Aries and the Sagittarius. They are going to be experiencing a sextile to this energy, especially if you have Sagittarius, Aries between 3 to 9 degrees. That is energy where the opportunity is there to take it, for you to receive something that is beneficial, that feels like an opportunity. Now, if you don't know, you guys, I'm a Western woman. So I practice Western tropical astrology. That is what my horoscopes are based off of. I recommend listening out for your rising, your sun, and your moon sign. I feel like you get a better grasp of your horoscope, of how things could be playing out for you when you listen to all three. And that is my recommendation on that. Aries, you're going to be experiencing this Aquarius full moon in your 11th house. So this is a time where you could be receiving rewards. You could be achieving goals. You could be setting new goals, finding new friends or having completions with friends, networking with others, changes in your daily life, your routines, your pets, the services that you offer. You could be either liberated by these services or having changes in them, changes in your workplace with coworkers, or changes in your health. You could be exercising more and unexpectedly adding that to your daily routine. If you are a Aries, especially between 3 to 9 degrees, you are experiencing a sextile in this energy. So you will definitely be having themes where in the 11th house where you are being called to take those opportunities in order to see the rewards. Happy full moon, you guys. Taurus, you're going to be experiencing this Aquarius full moon in your 10th house. So you could definitely be seeing changes in your career, your legacy, your success, in your authority. Maybe you were seen as, someone who was minor, and now you're being seen as a leader, and vice versa, just depending on your astrological makeup. You could be getting promoted or receiving a raise, going out in the public and something unexpected happens, changes with your boss in buildings, or if you're building something, changes with father and father figures, especially if you are a father, changes in your protection. Announcements that bring upon changes in your daily life could definitely be playing out, especially if you are a Taurus between 3 to 9 degrees, because you're going to be experiencing a square. So you could be having challenging changes in your daily life or between daily people that switch up your legacy, your career, how you succeed, and things of that nature, that push you into a route to where you need to become the boss or the person of authority, because that is what this full moon is bringing on to you guys. Happy full moon. Geminis, you're going to be experiencing this Aquarius full moon in your 9th house. So there could be changes, liberation around themes of like travel. Maybe you weren't able to travel before and now you are able to travel more. Different cultures, different races, different beliefs, different spiritual backgrounds, whether someone is spiritual or religious. This is definitely a time where there are going to be some Geminis that go from religious to spiritual, spiritual to religious during this time. It's going to be a high time for that, where they're just contemplating back and forth on what faith is best for them, and then they're also implementing these faiths into their daily practices. So like if they now starting to be more spiritual, they're incorporating astrology and they're listening to their horoscope daily, that type of thing. Or if they're religious, now they're studying their Bible daily or something like that. Could definitely be playing out. Especially if they have goals around something that they want to reach within their religious faith. Changes in their philosophy and what they believe. Now, this is a huge time for a lot of Geminis to be like spiritual and to be thinking outside of the box and to really change up their philosophy, become more wise, have more opportunities, experience more luck, even chances to go viral, especially and grow, especially if you are a Gemini between 3 to 9 degrees, because you will be experiencing a trine. So the opportunity is going to be there, especially in 9th house themes of education, of study, of people from like different cultures, learning from these people, taking those opportunities in order for you to succeed. Is a huge time for that and gain that wisdom, because that is what this full moon is trying to bring you, is to be the wise one. Happy full moon, you guys. Cancers, you're going to be experiencing this Aquarius full moon in your 8th house. So you could be definitely just transforming during this time, especially since Jupiter has left your sign and is in Leo. And during this time, we will have had like the sun conjunct Leo. You could be definitely breaking out of your shell and rising to the occasion, shining now during this time. You could definitely be, especially like in the 2nd house and the value and how you see yourself, especially if you're like a Cancer rising with Jupiter in the 2nd house for you now. Some Cancer risings are just now experiencing Jupiter in their 1st house right now. So they're really experiencing that grow and that glow. This could also just, like I said, you are transforming, you're getting more deep with yourself or with others. You could definitely be experiencing certain deaths of ego, or just actual people passing away during that time. It could also be a time where like you are thinking about wills and taxes and sex, feeling sexy and going deeper with someone, and psychological when it comes to yourself or them and trying to understand them. You could definitely be indulging in things like the occult and occult practices and adding them to your daily routines. Mysteries could be attracting you during this time. You could just literally be attracting others during this time. Others' resources could be coming to you, like you and another person are, using money together. Or there could be completions in that. Like say you've always like had someone else's others' resources, and now it's a time for you of independence, of you to be reliant on your own resources. Some people will be receiving allowances or having these things taken away, lucrative income, benefits from the government. Those type of things could be coming to a completion, or there could be changes in those type of themes. Overall, Cancers, this Aquarius full moon is here to spark a transformation in your life. Happy full moon, Cancers. Leos, you're going to be experiencing this Aquarius full moon in your 7th house, being sister signs with Aquarius. This could definitely be a time where you are experiencing changes in relationships, especially relationships with people who are in your daily life. You could be having breakups. You could be meeting someone new during this time, especially someone that you networked with, or someone to network with. Meeting a lot of other people. Something could be playing out for other people and it shocks you. your person in your relationship could be shocking you, or you and the person in a relationship could be shocking others. Connecting with others, definitely through networking or through groups or through community, through sovereignty, having more luxurious experiences, feeling more divinely feminine, oppositions to, challenges and oppositions, people who oppose you, people who may not like you because you are different, as well as contracts. You could be signing contracts during this time. Overall, especially if you are a Leo between 3 to 9 degrees, you'll be experiencing a opposition to this full moon. So you could definitely be having like people who oppose you during this time for some type of choice that you are making, or some unbelievable thing that has happened to you. People could definitely just be on you about, or others are focused on you about. Overall, Leos, this full moon is here to connect you with your tribe. Happy full moon, you guys. Virgos, you're going to be experiencing this full moon in your 6th house, which is very homey for you guys since Virgo rules the 6th house. You guys could definitely be having alignment feelings or changes, liberation in your health. Maybe you were suffering from some type of sickness and you are free from it, or some type of mental health issue and you are free from it, or you found an alternative way to heal or cope with this. Changes in your job or liberation feeling in your job. Maybe you get a raise or so. Different services, especially if you're if you offer services, or if you're seeking someone who is a service worker. There could be liberation, changes, networking to meet that service worker that you need. You could also, there could be changes in like coworkers too. And service animals and animals around you, pets around you. You could just be like, why are animals just acting weird during this time? And that definitely could be, playing out. People in your daily life or your daily routines could be switching up and changing up on you. Maybe you had something planned out for the day or in your schedule and things are just not going as planned. Expect for things to not go as planned, especially during this time for you guys. Changes in habits and routines and route and your duty, especially like sacred duty that you owe to the universe or to yourself. There could definitely be changes or new routes to be taken during this time. Happy full moon, Virgos. Libras, you're going to be experiencing this full moon in your 5th house. So this could be a time where you're having unexpected, believable things that are playing out around fertility. Some people could find out that they are pregnant unexpectedly during this time. Unexpected things that play out in your existing children. Things around your children that may be liberating, or maybe themes like around your children that change up your guys' daily life. Creativity, feeling more creative, having more fun. Themes that play out unexpectedly around the people that you have created children with. So like the mother of your child, the father of your child, your BM, your baby daddy, that type of thing. Belongs to the 5th house. So there could be changes in those type of people, especially like schedules and routes. Like if a person always took them on the weekends, now they can't take them this weekend. That type of thing could be playing out. Or maybe you get a call and they're like, hey, I need you to come get your kid for this weekend. You've been wanting a kid for a minute, and now you get that opportunity or that favorable time to spend time with the child, or spend time doing the projects that you love to do, being creative like you love to do. Especially if you are a Libra between 3 to 9 degrees, you will definitely be feeling that trine energy towards this full moon. Themes around like art, entertainment, risk, entrepreneurship, dating, romance, flirting, gambling, even gambling wins, especially if you have, like I said, 3 to 9 degree placements, strong placements. This is definitely a time for you 5th housers, especially under Aquarius full moon, to be playing the lottery and seeing some wins, or playing competitions, sports competition, bettings, those type of things. Betting on yourself. This is a huge time to be betting on yourself and to see yourself win, because that's what this full moon is about for you guys, Libra. Happy full moon. Scorpios, you're going to be experiencing this full moon in your 4th house. So this could be a time where you could be experiencing changes or unbelievable things happen in your home. Maybe you are moving. You have to move because of something change in your home. People could be looking at alternative ways of living in a home, like living in an RV or in a mini home, or different ways of living. You know what I mean? A big home, a home that's above, around the horizon, you know, where you could see the sun come up and it's on some big land. A home where you could homestead or feel sovereign in that home. Those type of things could be coming at you or towards you during this time, or challenges around these themes during this time, especially if you are a Scorpio between 3 to 9 degrees. You could definitely be experiencing challenges that you have to overcome, since this will be square, this full moon will be squaring that placement for you. This could definitely be a time where there's like challenges in the family, with the family that you created, or with mothers, especially if you're the mother figure, grandmothers. Those type of people could be experiencing unexpected changes in their life that could feel very challenging. This could definitely be a time of like privacy. You think about your parenting, your DNA, your hometown, your land, your inner world, your body, really focusing on your body and doing alternative methods to help liberate, heal your body, or aspire your body to reach the goals that you want to. Say you want to be big, you want to be buff, or you want to be small, you want to be skinny. You have those goals around your body and you are actively working to achieve those goals. You could be having changes in the way you see parenting. Maybe if your mom or your dad always raised you like that, you could be like, you know what, I'm going to take it a step higher and raise my kids, like take from the things that I've learned from them and just raise them better. My mom always taught me that you raise, you take from what you learn from your parents and you raise your kid better than that, because every generation is different. The world changes throughout and the world evolves. So you want to raise your children based off of an evolved version of how you were raised. So that's how what I was taught. And you could be implementing these themes as well, especially since this full moon wants you to change up things of your mother, especially if you and your mother, you could definitely be having shocks around your mother. Maybe your mom calls you and tells you some unexpected news, or something unexpectedly happens to your mom where you're, being pushed, or mothers in your life where you're being pushed to like really overcome and change things. Because that is what this moon is bringing you. Happy full moon, Scorpios. Sagittarius, this full moon is going to be in your 3rd house. So you could be experiencing unexpected and changes that happen on social media. Maybe you're getting a lot of texts, a lot of calls, a lot of conversations that are liberating, that are just absolutely you couldn't even believe, that are unique. Themes around your goals, around your aspirations, around influencers, especially influencers is energy with the 3rd house. You could be becoming an influencer, following someone that inspires you. You could be the one that inspires others on social media, shopping in certain marketplace or like restaurants during this time. Unexpectedly having conversations that really liberate you, reading something that liberates you, or you could be like doing a road trip, some short distance travel on like a scooter or something, and you just felt so free riding on a scooter. And it can literally be that simple, or it could be something as big as becoming a social media influencer, and that changes your lifestyle, especially since the Sagittarius between 3 to 9 degrees are going to be experiencing a sextile towards this full moon, and that is take the opportunity. So if you've been putting out content, you've been putting out messages on social media, you could definitely be seeing benefits from that during or around this time. This could also be a time where like you're just thinking more, things that happen around your cars, your cell phones, your relatives, your neighbors, your neighborhood, relatives like your siblings, your cousins, uncles, aunties, nieces and nephews, changes that shock you, that are unbelievable, especially hearing news about these type of things that you just can't believe. Overall, Sagittarius, this full moon is here to shock you with such beneficial news. Happy full moon, you guys. Capricorns, you're going to be experiencing this full moon in your second house. So this is a time where you could be liberated or having changes in your money and how you earn money. You could be receiving something unexpectedly or giving out gifts, vice versa, whether you are giving it or someone's giving it to you. It could be unexpectedly during this time. You could be having more compliments or complimenting others, seeing your self-worth or the worth in others, valuing yourself differently or revaluing others within your daily life, changes in your self-esteem that liberate you, shocks, especially shocks with money, like unexpected payments or just money just unexpectedly coming to you. Maybe you find $1 on the street. It could be that small. It could be that big, really. Changes in like your job, especially your job, because your job is like your earned income. You earn that income by doing something. So you could definitely be having changes within your job and your daily routines that are more liberating when it comes to money or how you are able to make money. Because that's what this full moon is here to bring you, Capricorns. Happy full moon. Aquarius says happy full moon, you guys. Especially Aquarius is between 3 to 9 degrees, even if you're Aquarius between 2 to 10 degrees. But Aquarius overall, you are experiencing a benefic full moon. You are experiencing a crazy time for the next 2 years of unbelievable change, liberation, shocks, networking, meeting new friends, having new discoveries within your life, changing up your appearance, looking more sophisticated, more intelligent, others seeing you more as an intelligent person, looking like a mad scientist, new lifestyle, new styles and how you dress, feeling, especially new lifestyles that are liberating too, that offer you more freedom, new announcements, legacy and careers, relationships, whether you're breaking up with someone or you just met someone new. There could definitely be changes in your existing relationships as well that could be liberating, that are better for you. Changes in your home and your family, in the way that you make money, how you identify yourself. Maybe you're getting a new ID. I know I'm an Aquarius rising and I need a new ID. So I know that'll be something that is coming here since I had a birthday pass. Feeling more intelligent. You could be reaching your goals that you set during this time, or you could be setting new goals. Changes in your routine or your route or how you were going to get to a certain destination. Changes in your rewards. You could definitely be receiving more rewards right now. Networking with more sacred people who align with your duty. Meeting new friends. And especially just changing like your lifestyle or doing little small things on a day-to-day basis that liberate you and change your lifestyle for the better, Aquariuses. Happy full moon, you guys. Pisces, you're going to be experiencing this full moon in your 12th house. This is really homey for Pisces since you guys rule the 12th house. So you could definitely be experiencing alignment or shocks, unbelievable things that happen around ending something, themes around blessings and miracles that play out for you during this time, things that are international, people traveling from international places to be with you during this time. Are you thinking about these people? The subconscious mind is a great time to be meditating, to be paying attention to your dreams. You could definitely be having some weird dreams that you need to understand, that you need to decipher, having spiritual enlightenment moments, having spiritual experiences unexpectedly, or some people may even have like near-death experiences that change their life, that make them see the world more differently. Some people will be experiencing miracles that change their life and make them see the world differently and more inspired by life, more happier, coming out of depressed modes or modes where they've hidden things, and they're coming out and they're more enlightened and they're sharing their messages and they're inspiring others during this time, when before they were just hiding behind people that inspired them. Now there's the one in the forefront inspiring others. You could be definitely benefiting from hypnosis during this time, guided meditations, spiritual experiences, learning from spirit, and really connecting with source. That is what this full moon is all about for you, Pisces. Happy full moon, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching my channel, for joining along. I know I didn't have out the last moon report. It was because it was around my birthday. I had so much going on, Mercury retrograde. It was just a lot, and I needed that breather, that break. But I am back, especially with this Aquarius season, being an Aquarius rising. I am back in full effect. I am Aquarius 29-degree rising, and the North Node is going to be at Aquarius 29 degrees, you guys. The new moon that played out at Aquarius 28 degrees already completely changed my life. It ended a marriage that had been playing out for me. It was in my 12th house, so many lifetimes. You know, if you know how deep the 12th house can get, you know it's something that can be playing out in multiple things, spiritual things. But I just ended that cycle, and this next 2 years is about new cycles, new things to begin that are shocking, unbelievable, that liberate. So I know astrology is definitely one of those themes. So I'm here to stay, you guys. Get used to it, and until next time, you guys, bye.